Hi, welcome. If you're new here, I'm Lena Cola. This channel is for people who have suffered or is suffering from depression, anxiety, single parenting, child abuse, or any other issues affecting humanity. Today I am going to share the difference between sadness and depression. A lot of times you hear people who are sad, they will say, okay, I am depressed. But there is a significant difference between sadness and depression. And I'm going to go through the steps with you so you can be aware of the difference and make informed decisions. Guys, I am a survivor of depression. I went through over 10 years of depression, and I created this channel to connect with others and to share information that may help you along your journey, as well as I motivate and inspire. If these things interest you, then why not subscribe and click that notification bell, comment below to introduce yourself. There are on the surface some noticeable similarities between those who are sad and those who are depressed. Both groups cry, both groups suffer from withdrawal from the world, both groups suffer from listlessness and alienation from their normal lives. However, there is one categorical difference between sadness and depression. So when you are sad about something, you know exactly what you're sad about. But when you are depressed, a depressed person does not have any idea what they are depressed about. Absolutely no idea what they are depressed about. When you are sad, you know exactly what you're sad about. For instance, you can say, okay, my grandmother has died, so I am sad about that. You know that you're sad about the fact that you were laid off, or that you have friends who are unkind to you. So it may sound strange to you, but this is exactly what the depressed person is not capable of doing. They may be tearful or at a very low ebb, but the depressed person cannot tell exactly what has drained the life of them, why life has no meaning at this time. They are not able to express that. A depressed person will not be able to explain what they're depressed about. They can't say, okay, I'm depressed about X or Y. They are not able to say it. They are just simply depressed. It is a very difficult situation to deal with, but just depressed. A depressed person will have an inability to account directly for their mood. And this can lay them open to unwarranted charging of faking or malingering, or exaggerating. Friends who begin in a well-meaning surge of solvable problems can end up frustrated by the lack of progress. So remember, when pushed, the depressed person will latch on to a rather odd or very petty, simple issue to account for their state. So they may complain that Mars is coming down to Earth at a particular day and they can't go to work because of that. So they may complain that life lacks all meaning because they just dropped a glass on the floor that shattered to pieces and they can't push on, they can't move on because of this. There's no logical reasoning behind it. Depression is a slow, arduous process, and this is why a person who is depressed really needs to get counseling, because with the counseling, they understand a lot. Psychotherapy understands a whole lot about the disease, about the depression, about the state of being that you are into, and they are able to help you to understand more about what is going on, understand more about yourself, and try to ease you out of that phase that you are going through. When a person is depressed, they are depressed about something. They are distressed about something in their life, but that situation is just difficult to take on board. And so they push the situation in the outer zone of consciousness. When you sweep everything under the rug, there comes a day when the entire feelings just start to wreak havoc on you. It starts to come down on you, and you're not able to control the feelings that are attacking you. This is why it's so important to address every situation that affects you deeply in your life. get closure in all the situations and move forward instead of not talking about them. If I should define it, I would say depression is sadness that has forgotten its true causes. Forgotten because remembering may create overwhelming, untenable feelings of pain and loss to make things rather difficult. And you'll see this in your family members or friends. They will think that they're not lacking anything on the inside. Some are not aware of a gap in their self-understanding. So what makes it worse nowadays is that people just are taught that they are just depressed as one may be physically ill. According to Healthline, sadness is a human emotion that all people feel at certain times during their lives. And feeling sad is a natural reaction to situations that cause emotional upset or pain. Most times a person is sad, they are sad about something outside of themselves, situations that are outside in the world. On the other hand, a depressed person will characteristically feel wretched about themselves and be full of self-recrimination, guilt, and shame, and self-loathing paranoia that tragically may culminate in suicidal thoughts. Depression can look like sadness. The goal in treating depression is to move a sufferer from feeling limitlessly despairing to mourning the loss of something specific. The last 20 years, a marriage, the hope to be loved by one's father, abuse as a child, physical abuse, a career, however agonizing it might be. These may be preferable than allowing loss to contaminate the totality of one's perspective. There are plenty of dreadful things in every life, which is why it's only normal to feel sad on a regular basis. There are always plenty of things around us that will remain beautiful and hopeful as long as one is allowed to understand their pain and anger and adequately mourn one's losses. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video that I shared with you. I hope I was very clear in expressing what is sadness versus what is depression. I hope that this will help you. And if you're in any problems at this time, please remember to consult a physician. Speak to your friends, speak to your family. Do not keep it to yourself. Do not allow it to hurt you on the inside. This can really send you to a place where you don't want to be. Try in every single way possible to help yourself, to help lift yourself up. And family members, look out for these signs. And if your family member is going through depression at this time, try to help them up and ease them out of it as best as you can. It is not something that is easily dealt with, and some people are not able to rise up on their own. There is a video right here that I share on how I healed my depression. I went the natural way, and there's another link up here that you can watch more videos from the channel. Thank you so much for being a part of my community, and to my subscribers who are constantly rooting for me. I thank you so very much for for commenting and for being active on the channel. It will help me if you subscribe to the channel and comment, or even just like the video. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.
Seeking inspiration, needing motivation, Nina Cola is the one. Sharing tips to cope